We're gonna start with the quiz from last week, and we're basically gonna go over it and solve it and see how we were supposed to do it. And then this should give you a better idea of what to expect on the quiz tomorrow. And in case you have any questions about these, then at least you can ask me now, and tomorrow you're not stuck. They're going to be very, very similar to these. So please pay attention because I want pretty good grades. I don't want zeros and 40s and whatever madness that was. Yeah, they didn't look very good. I threw them away. I was mad. All right. No, I still have them. I still have them. I just do not. Sure. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is identify the shape. By the way, we call these solids. Any 3D shapes, we call them solids if they don't have, if they're not, well, even if they're round. Um, Polyhedron actually. So what type of figure is that? Rectangular prism. What is the base of rectangular prism? The rectangle, right? Because the whole thing has rectangular faces. Any of them could be it, right? But we're going to select the bottom one as the base. And we're going to begin with the volume. To find the volume, what is the formula? Area of the base times the height. That is it. I need to see your formula being used in every single one of them. And I want you to pull the information in because that's how you're going to put it in the calculators. So the volume would be equals, how do you calculate the area of the base? What do you find? Well, what is it? Length times width, and then times the height, right? Now that we have that broken down, we can plug in the numbers, and we can plug it into the calculator exactly as it is. So volume equals 7 times 3 times 4, right? What is 7 times 3? 21. So that our area is going to be 21, right? And what kind of inches? Squared, yes. We're not done, right? We do volume equals 21 times 4. What is our volume then? 84 what? Cubic inches. Perfect. That is all I needed. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing extra. The only thing that I may add to this one is calculating the lateral and total surface area, which you guys should know by now. Don't look at me like that. You not know how? Good. I know. We just did it. So make sure you know that because you don't have A, you don't have V, you don't have LA and TSA. You should know what those mean, right? I want to see your work. The great thing is that using calculators should be pretty easy. All right. The next one is going to be, what type of figure is that? A what? What do you see? What is the base of it? Always go to the base. It's extremely important. Once you identify the base, then you know how to name it. It's a square because it has all the sides are equal, and it's a pyramid because it looks like a pyramid, right? Yeah. You know what a pyramid looks like, right? And if you don't, I want you to think of the pyramids of Giza. Like you know how those look like. Then you can assume that must be a pyramid. It has to have like the highest point, which we call the apex, right? Um, so for these, what is the formula for the volume? What is the volume? Area of the base times height. That's it. Divided by 3. Let me tell you something. To find the volume of pyramids and cones and the spheres, all three of those get divided by 3. All three of those get divided by 3. Should I say it again? The pyramids, the cones, and the spheres, they're all going to get divided by 3 to find the volume. Do not forget that. You're going to use your formulas tomorrow from your planner. And they're in the back, so you can see them. But you'll notice that all of them get divided by 3, basically. The pyramids and the cones and the, not cylinder, the spheres.
Sphere. Okay, pyramids, cone, sphere.
Those are the only 3 that we're going to use that get divided by 3 at the end. Yes. At the end. Yes. No, no, no. For all of them, no. Well, for the cone and the pyramid, yes. The sphere is different. It has more stuff to get the volume. Yes. Guys, I just want you to be able to use the formulas and plug in the numbers. That's all you need to do. So for this one, what is the base? It's a square. So how do we find the area of a square? Or L squared times height divided by 3, right? It's a square. So L times L gives you the area, correct? Now let's plug in the numbers. I need to see this formula, by the way. I need to see the formula and how you're using it and how you're breaking it down and everything. So it'll be 3 squared times the height of 5 divided by 3. So what is 3 squared? 9 times 5. Oops, 5 divided by 3. So let's stop because we need to find the area. What is the area again? It's 9, right? 9 meters squared. That's the capital B. And now we multiply by 5, which is 45. You divide it by 3, what do you get? 15. So the volume is 15 meters cubed. It makes a difference, guys. Believe me. Squared and cubes are different things. That's all I need from you. And by the way, I don't want you to just write these things out. I want you to be able to do them. So if you were to put them in the calculator, you can actually plug them in. And I want you to do it right now. Go to your calculators. Go to your calculators, and I want you to type in 3. And next to the button 4, there is x squared. Click that button. It'll turn it into 3 squared. And then put times 5. And I forgot something. You can just say divided by 3, and it might work. But essentially, what I want you to do, hey, pay attention. What I want you to do each time is whenever you divide by something at the end, to put this whole thing in, this whole thing in parentheses and then divide by 3. So you will type in parentheses. It'll still work. I'm just saying for the future. Type in parentheses and then 3. Then the little square, and then put times 5, close parentheses, then divide by 3, enter, and it gives you the answer. Yeah. You don't have to work anything out. You just plug it all into the equation, into the formula, and it gives you the answer. That's why you use formulas. It makes them so much easier, right?
Yes.
So that's it. Why doesn't work? Maybe you forgot to put the parentheses. Put a parentheses and 3 squared. I'm sorry? Yeah, well, sometimes it does. But, guys, the reason why I say put parentheses is because sometimes you have other stuff in between. And you know how PEMDAS works, right? It'll do some stuff before the other. And you don't want that. So keep them together or keep them separate according to what you're doing. I don't want you to get used to just throwing everything together because it doesn't work that way all the time. All right. So for the next one, we're going to do it on the calculator. Because I'm not asking you for area. We're going straight to the volume. So for this one, it says, find the volume of the composite figure to the nearest tenth. We're using 3.14 for pi. And by the way, the calculators have the pi on here, but they use, it goes to 3.1416. By the way, the pi is at the bottom corner next to the H. So whenever we do the sphere, we'll use that one. But for now, we can just use the 3.14. Actually, you can use it. No, just 3.14 would be better. So what is the formula to find the volume of the cone? Because we want to take it piece by piece, right? Divided by what? 3. As I told you a while ago, for pyramids and cones and spheres, you divide by 3 at the end. So let's plug in the numbers now. How do you find the area of the base of the cone? Times r squared times h divided by 3, right? This is going to be really, really easy once you put in the calculator. This is what you're going to put. You're going to do open parentheses. Now, 3.14 times 15, because that's r, right? Squared. Actually, go back with the little arrow so you can add another parentheses. I'll tell you why in a minute. I just want you to get used to separating things the way they are. Just go to the back with the arrow at the very back and put another parenthesis open, not close it. So you have 2 open. And when you finish typing in 15 squared, close the parentheses. Then you put times the height of 21, right? Close the parentheses. So the first parentheses, they close only the area. The second parentheses close the area and the height. And after you close the second one, put it all over 3. And that should give you the answer automatically. So open parentheses twice, type in 3.14 times 15 squared, close parentheses, multiply by 21, close parentheses again, and divide by 3. What do y'all get? Yep. 4,945.5. And this is what kind of feet? Cubic. This is volume. Did we all get that?
Yeah.
If you didn't, you did something wrong. Let me tell you what happens with parentheses, guys. You have to close them. If you open 2 parentheses, you have to close them, both of them. At some point, you have to close both of them. So you type it in exactly as it is. Open parentheses. Do it with me, all of you. Open parentheses twice. So click on that twice. Then type in 3.14. Then multiply times 15. And then put the square next to the 4. The little x squared. Click on that, and he turns it into 15 squared. It's next to the 4. It says x squared. Are you following? Close parentheses. Then times 21. And then close the second parentheses. And now you notice that both parentheses are closed, right? It should look like what I have right here. Now you do divide by 3 and press enter. Do you all get it now? Everyone got it? Good. I don't want to move on until you got it.
So that's just
Yes, one for the area of the base and the other one for the whole thing on top.
that's just for the cone.
That's just for the cone for now. So let's go with the cylinder. The cylinder should be pretty easy too, right? What is the formula for the cylinder? Area of the base times height. We don't divide because it's not a cone. It's not a cone, right? So for that one, how do you find the area of the base? What is it? Pi times r squared times the height, right? On this one, you're going to open parentheses only 1 because you're not dividing at the end. Just open parentheses and put them right here because you want to keep them separate. That's all B right here. This is all B. So open it, put 3.14 times 15 squared, close it, times 26, which is the height, right? Press enter, and what do you get? Did anybody not get this? You have to use the formula correctly, guys. That's why I want you to do that stuff, and you're like, why do I have to keep writing it over and over again? Because if you do it right, everything comes out natural, like automatically. Times 15 squared. This is what you should have had, times 26, right? That's exactly what you should have written. You're just basically replacing the letters or the symbols for the actual values. Are we all following? Can we move forward? Do not let me move forward if you don't get it, because tomorrow you'll be really frustrated. Anybody not get it? Tell me. You look worried. You got it? You sure? Okay. All right. Oh, we're not done. What's the second part? I want the whole thing. So what do you do? What is the answer? The what? And 14? Why would you multiply it? They're asking you for the volume of the whole thing. What makes sense, to multiply or to add it? Use your common sense, people. Whenever you're confused, I don't want you to start guessing. That is the biggest problem we have. That when you don't know something, you start, we multiply, we divide. What do we do? I'm not so sure. I want you to think logically. I have two figures. I want the measurement of the whole figure. What do? Put it together, right? Why are you lying to me, people? Somebody lied because I had 5 and you made me change it. What was it again? And that's what I had at the beginning. It can't be 9 because we only have 1.5. Aaron, really, of all people? Let's go. Come on. Everyone makes mistakes. All right, so this one right here is similar to the other one, right? Their formulas are quite similar as well. So a formula, blah, 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 it's a garden, blah, 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 ornament. We want the whole thing, right? So how do we find the volume of that? By the way, what kind of shape is the one on top? What kind of pyramid? Square. A square pyramid. You look at the shape at the bottom and he tells you what it is. Ay, ay, ay. So the volume for that is what? Divided by 3 because it's a pyramid. Don't forget that. Do not forget that. So let's fill in the information. How do you find the area of the base? Why is the length squared? It's a square pyramid, right? So length squared times the height divided by 3. Now let's plug in the numbers. What is the length? 5 squared, right? Times 6 divided by 3. Put it in the calculator the way it is. 50. By the way, I forgot to mention, but make sure you keep the top part in parentheses to separate. I don't think it'll matter on this one, but sometimes it does. Like I guess, I'm telling you, I don't want you to get used to just throwing all numbers in there because the way PEM does work, it might not give you the right answer sometimes. So what's the answer? The volume is 50 cubic. Volume cubic. 3D shape, L cubos. What is the volume of the cube? How do we find it? What's the formula? I never told you length times blah, 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 blah. Area of the base times the height, right? And I keep saying those things because that's what you're going to see on the star. That's the formulas that you see. You need to get used to them. So how do you find the other base? Times the height. When you plug it in, you get 5 squared times the height of 5, right? That's easy. That's 25 times 5, which is 125. And that's cubic feet, right? Oh, why are cubic feet? Sorry. My apologies. Inches. All right, am I done? I have to add them, right? 175 cubic inches. Maybe some of you actually got most of them right. The next ones are the ones that are a little trickier. So, and we only have like 5-10 minutes. Dang it. All right. Yes.
And then you add them together.
Yes. Generally not for pre-AP, but if you need it, you can get help. It's not boot camp. It's just star camp. Okay. All right, let's go. So, a cake pan is shaped like a rectangular prism. The pan's volume is 216 cubic inches. The cake pan has a base that is 12 inches by 9 inches. What is the height of the cake pan? You can draw it out, but you don't have to. You just have to understand what kind of shape we're talking about. What is it? Don't lose me, guys, because you're gonna get some of these. A rectangular prism. What is the formula for the volume? Area of the base times the height. Do we know anything that we can fill in here? The volume, what is it? What else do we know? The base, right? And we know that it's length times width, or, yeah. So it'll be 12 times 9. What don't we know? Does that look like an algebraic equation? We've done it before. So let's solve for that first. We get 216. What is this? 108H. Can you solve for that? You divide by 108, right? Both sides. And you end up with H equals what? H equals 2, right? So the height of it is 2. What am I doing? 2 inches. It is not 2 inches squared. It is not 2 inch cubed. We're talking about a measurement. That is just 2 inches, right? That's it. That was the answer. The area is 108. We know that. You just multiply those two. But you have to work it backwards, guy. If somebody asks me, why do I have to use the volume formula? Because if you don't, then you have nothing to work with. You only have the base. How are you going to figure out the height of it? Yes. I want you to use the formula, guys. You're going to see this again tomorrow. I promise you. You're going to see it again tomorrow. You need to understand it. If you don't get it, go back to the video. All right. You have another one in a minute, but that's the one that we have for now. Well, the other one was, where did it go? Okay, let's go to this one now. This should be easy. What is the formula for the volume of this? What is it? Volume equals area of the base times height divided by 3 because it's a rectangular prism, right? So now let's put it in here. Length, pyramid, times width, times the height, divided by 3. Let's plug in the numbers. Do not lose me, guys. Do not lose me. It'll be 4 times 2 times 5 divided by 3. When you put in the calculator, don't forget to put all of this in parentheses. Go. I know the area is 4 times 2. That's easy. That's just 8 squared inches. Put it on the calculator. What is it? 40 over 3. Basically, I want you to click on menu. Now. It's probably 40 over 3. Click on menu, go to number, and then go to where it says convert to decimal. And click enter. It's 13.3 repeating. And that's going to be inches cubed. Like I said, you go to menu, go to number, and then click on where it says convert to decimal. That's it. Press enter. Probably twice. Yeah. The next one. Oh my God, because you're not doing it right. No, you did it wrong. You forgot to divide. No, you multiply by 5. It's 50. It's 50. It's 5, not 15. See? Aye. Okay. What do you get? I said menu, number, convert to decimal, enter. What did you do? Did you get it right? Okay, let me move on to this one because we don't have much time and I want to make sure we get to the next one. How are you? Over here. So what kind of shape is that? Triangular prism, right? What is the formula for the volume? Area of the base times the height. What is the base of a triangular prism? The triangle. So how do we find the area of the base of a triangle? So we can say base times the height divided by 2, right? For the base, we're talking about this right here. Close it times h divided, we don't divide anything. JK. Okay, so let's put it in. Open parentheses, I'm going to put 8 times 4 divided by 2, close parentheses, times the height. What is the height? The height of the prism. Thank you. 112 centimeters cubed. That's it, nothing more. This is really easy. All you have to do is plug it in and you're good to go. But guys, if you don't know how to use the formulas, there's no way you can do that. You have to know how to use the formulas and just plug in all the numbers in. Yes. Yes, you had him last week too. You just didn't use them. There you go. You have them, and you'll be able to use the formulas on your agenda, which is in the back. All right. Let's give the area. The area is easy. It's just what do you get for the area? 56. Are you sure? What is 8 times 4? 32. Divided by 2?
16.
I don't know how you get 56. All right, let's move on to the next one. Do we have any questions so far? What is it? 8 times 4, what is it? No, follow. What is 8 times 4? Divided by 2. What's your question? What? Why would that be the base?
Because they're over 10.
It's not. Hey, guys, pay attention, please. We talked about this yesterday. How do we name our prisms? After the base. What is that called? So what should be the base? Did you get my point?
Because if you want to find the base, it has to be two same shape.
Yes, it has to be a triangle or whatever it's named after. All right, the next one. I don't know where you're going. That's probably one of the most important ones that you need to understand. And the last one, too. Yeah, you'll be here, trust me. And if you're not, it's going to be on Edmodo, so be prepared for that. Yeah. All right, the volume of a triangular prism is 300 cubic meters. Triangular pyramid, sorry. What is the formula for a triangular pyramid? Let's fill it in. That was the problem, too. What do we know from there? This is the volume, right? Do we know the base? Do we know the height? Divided by 3. I need you to stop moving now and pay attention. I'm going to put this back tomorrow. So tell me, what do I do to find B?
Go backwards.
Okay. You multiply times 3 to get rid of this one, right? But you do it to both sides. So you end up with B times 3 equals, that'll be 900, right? How do I get rid of that 3? Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So B equals 300 squared meters. I'm sorry. And you might be thinking, well, we started with 300. Well, that's cubic meters. That's squared. Two different things.
Times 100.
You're solving for the variable, basically. I need you to go back in the video and solve it. This one right here should be the same way. So I'm going to solve very quickly. It's a triangular prism. Again, is volume equals the area of the base times the height. We know the volume is 2,500. We know that the base, if they're perpendicular, what does that mean? They're not the same, that's parallel. Like that. It forms a 90-degree angle. So it'll be 10 times 20, right? Times the height. That'll give me, well, it's a triangle, so you have to divide by 2. So that'll be 200 divided by 2 times the height, correct? It's a triangle basis. That'll give me 100 h, right? To find h, divide by 100 both sides. H equals 25. And that's just 25 feet because it's the length.